What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of If I Were EA Sports FIFA. In the last episode guys, we covered the 100,000 coin bonus, the Mercy Quit and the permanent 15k packs, and you guys absolutely loved it, getting almost 9,000 likes on the video. You guys requested this series again, this episode again, so I've got 3 new things for you today. But before we get into that, if you guys want to purchase any FIFA Ultimate Team coins, check out thefootshop.com. Their link is in the description below, a very fast and reliable service. And if you use the discount code NEPO at checkout, you of course get a discount on your coins. Now this series is nothing to do with the gameplay behind, guys. That is literally just to have something on in the background of the screen instead of just a blank still screen. This is more to do about talking about what we're going to hopefully add into FIFA, or what I would add if I were EA, or potentially what you guys would add. There were so many comments and so many fantastic ideas left behind from the last video, the last episode, and I've picked 3 of the most common and the best, and I think you guys are going to agree with these. I do try and look at these both from a positive and a negative point of view, and I do try and show no bias, you know, just to see what it would be like if these things were in FIFA. And of course I don't work for EA, so it's highly unlikely that these things will be in FIFA, but hopefully if we get enough likes on the video, because this does go to EA Sports Twitter account, it goes directly to their Twitter account every time you like it, that they will notice the video and maybe put in some of the changes that we as the fans of FIFA Ultimate Team and FIFA franchise in general really request. So let's get into the first idea for today guys, and that is position modifiers. Currently we can only move left wing, left forward and left mid, or left wing back to left back, or right wing back to right wing back and the other way around on the right hand side, or striker down to CDM, CDM up to striker, and there's nothing else available. I want to see more than that. I'm showing you on the screen now there'll be 5 different cards that I'm showing you, but that's not all that I want. As we cycle through these cards, I've got a centre back to CDM position there. There's a left back to right position in there, a left wing to right wing, there's a striker to right wing and a left wing to striker, and I do feel like we need more position modifiers. Now there are some pro points about these sort of things, and that's the sort of thing like with Cristiano Ronaldo. He does play left side for Real Madrid mainly, but he can easily play as a striker, and I for one would love to play as Ronaldo as a striker. And as this is Ultimate Team, this is FIFA Ultimate Team where I get to build my dream team and my Ultimate Team, I should be able to play whatever player I want in whatever position I want them to play. And if I want to play Cristiano Ronaldo as a centre back, I should have the freedom to do so. So the position modifiers, in my opinion, should definitely go from left mid, left wing, left forward striker, and then right mid, right wing, right forward striker. So you can convert a left mid to a right wing, to a right mid, or to a striker. I also think you should be able to do left back to left wing back to left mid, but not be able to turn a left back to go up to a left wing and into a striker. You know, I don't know how EA would necessarily implement that, but maybe just go off their default position. And I also think you should be able to convert a left back to a right back, and then in turn a right back to a right wing back and a right midfielder, because there are some players that change positions like this. You look at Philip Lahm this season, he was a right back all of last season. This season he's played central defensive midfield all season. We as the users should be able to not only play with what cards we want in the positions that we want, but if you're a massive Bayern fan and you want to build the Bayern team the way it's been built in real life, you can't play Lahm at central defensive midfielder until he gets an inform. And what if you can't afford that inform, but you still want to play Lahm at CDM? You therefore can't do it just because the game says that they can't create a right back to a central defensive midfielder position. The only other thing I could say about this, because it might get crazy silly having people like Ronaldo at centre-back, because some people will find like a crazy overpowered way to make a team that is ridiculous, you know, where you'll have like strikers at left-back. You know, imagine Aubameyang as a centre-back. He's not got great defending, but he's got okay heading and he'll be rapid as fuck, so he will do good defending a lot. But if you go onto a player in the in-game screen, you get to see what their actual positions are. So Ronaldo has left forward, left wing, striker and right forward, because he played there in his career, so that's what they've given him. Someone like Messi has right wing, centre forward, striker and cam, because that's where he's played. So maybe we should allow it so that the positions that they have played in real life are the positions that you're able to change them into. And instead of having position modifier cards, the way you cycle through formations, perhaps you should be able to cycle through the player position exactly like that. So it costs you no money to change a position, but it will allow for a massive amount of different teams, because somebody might have Lahm at left back, somebody might have him at CDM, somebody at right back. You know, it will allow for so much more creativity in Ultimate Team that I think it will be an absolute blessing. The next thing I want to look at, guys, is another thing that really frustrates me. You can change this in-game, but the way I build my teams is heavily influenced by this, and that's the work rates. And as you can see on the screen now, we've got a work rates card, high attacking, low defensive. They should introduce these cards into FIFA, so you get them in packs, you can buy them, but hopefully they'll be common enough that you wouldn't need to buy them, so that you can have your team set up how you want them. No matter who I have in defense, I want them to have a medium attacking work rate and a high defensive work rate. But some people, like Sergio Ramos, who has a high attacking work rate, can't do this. So for me, Sergio Ramos, as good as a defender as he is, he's not as good, in my opinion, as someone with 10 less pace and much worse defending and heading, but that has better work rates. And I don't think work rates should be that influential in FIFA, even though they are. Now, the reason why I think these work rate cards would be good, as you might be seeing the next work rate card here, which would be medium attack and high defense, is because as a manager, you are the manager of your ultimate team, and as a manager you should be able to tell what player you want to do what. You shouldn't be able to have a player that has high attacking work rate and low defensive work rate and you just have to deal with that. You should be able to say to that player, I don't want you to have a high attacking work rate, I want you to sit back, I want you to sit deep, I want you to defend rather than attack. And once again, I think it will make the way the game is played far more entertaining, and would allow again for much more creativity in teams, because you could start using 3-5-2s and just have your 3 centre backs with that high defensive work rate. You have your 2 fullback, maybe your 2 wide midfielders, your left and right midfield with a medium attacking and a medium defensive work rate, and then have the midfielders pushing up. You know, there's so much more you could do with it. And on to the last thing, guys, I want to see in-form managers. Now, this has been requested a lot before, it's been talked about in FIFA before. You know, I've asked EA about this before. I don't think it's something that they're going to add yet, but as you can see on the screen now, I've got Jose Mourinho there as an inform. Usually he has negotiations at +3%, which means if you guys don't know how the managers work, let's say you get 10 contracts. If you apply a contract with +10, and you have loads of managers that add up to 50%, you get a bonus 5 contracts when you apply that contract on a player. I do believe you should be able to go up to a bonus 100%, having the managers maybe limited to 1 or 2% of negotiations because there's so many managers, but having inform managers that give you a bigger bonus on your contracts and anything else. That they actually don't do anything other than contracts now. They used to do morale as well until the EA removed morale from the game. But I do believe having negotiations better would be good. And one other thing which I actually don't have a graphic for that I want to see the managers have is +2 individual player chemistry. So right now, you guys know, if you've got the manager from the right league or the right nation, it gives your player +1 bonus chemistry. I want to see it give it +2 bonus chemistry for an inform manager, which once again will open up the possibilities of being able to create hybrid teams, because you get that bonus extra chemistry that you just don't get right now. Sometimes right now you can build a full English team and put an England manager in there, and they don't all get 9 chemistry. It's fucking mental. So if you do have this +2 for the chemistry instead of +1, once again, it will open up the options to create so much more different teams. Because right now, you know, in FIFA, it gets to that stage, and we're at that stage pretty much right now, where everyone has a good team, and you come up against relatively much the same team every single time you play a game of FIFA. It's very rare that you come up against a team where you look at it and you go, holy shit, I've never seen that before. But I think with these new introductions to the game, with work rates, position modifiers, and inform managers giving better negotiations and better chemistry, I personally believe it will open up the possibilities of how teams are created and what you can actually do with a team. And like I say, guys, this is Ultimate Team. This should be based on what your best team in FIFA would ever be, not on what EA restrict you to having a best team to being. You should be allowed to go out there and put if you want to play with 11 goalkeepers, you should be able to go out there and play with 11 goalkeepers, get perfect chemistry on them, and just suffer the consequences of having terrible outfield stats. That should be your choice to do that, but EA don't allow us to do that. Anyway, guys, this is the end of the video. As per usual, put your ideas in the comment section. I think personally for me today, the only ones that have any negative effects would be the position modifiers, because I do feel like somebody would find a way to abuse that massively. But the rest of it, I think, is absolutely nailed on and should be in the game. Like I said, if you guys want to put some stuff in the comment section, that would be fantastic. I do read through the comments and I try and pick out the best stuff to discuss in the next episode, which will be up in the next 3 or 4 days. But this is the end of the video, guys. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. I'm out. Peace! Alright guys, into the next pack we go. Can we get something decent? Yes! Yes! We fucking got Socrates! Get in! He's not really worth that much, but he is my first Bundesliga team of the season. Fucking get in! Socrates is there, Traore as well. Is there anything else decent in this pack? My god, it has taken